Hi everyone, we're going to determine whether the triangles can be proved similar. If they're similar, we're going to write a similarity statement and explain our reasoning. So for number 13 here, I know this is an isosceles triangle. The two sides are the same, so this is 71 degrees. Now, this one is also an isosceles triangle, and if I take 180 minus 38 degrees, I'm going to get 180 minus 38 gives me 142. And if I divide that by 2, because these two sides are congruent, so these two angles have to be congruent, I get 71. So these are 71 degrees as well. So that means they are similar, and we can write it as, yes, triangle NMO is similar to triangle QRP. And that's because both have 38 degrees, 71 degrees, and 71 degrees. All right, the next one, I have 14, and I only know I have one angle here that are congruent to each other. I do know this is 60, but since I don't have any information on these two, this one is not enough information. All right. Now, for this one, I know all my sides are congruent. That means my angles are congruent. And the same thing for this one. All my sides are congruent. That means all my angles are congruent. There by 15, this is a yes. I at least have two angles that are congruent. And you can write triangle TFG is congruent to triangle RST. And they are both 60, 60, 60 degrees. All these, since they're all the same, they have to be 60. Because this all, if you add them all up, that equals 180 degrees. And that's explain your reasoning. All right, for 16, we have two right triangles. We know this is right. So I'm going to write them out. I'm going to split them up here. So this is 62. And I know 62 plus 28 is 90. So this also has to be 62 here. So this is 62 degrees. So therefore, yes, this is similar. And you can write that triangle ABE is similar to triangle DBC. And the reasoning is both are 28 degrees, 62 degrees, and 90 degrees. And finally, okay, let's do 17. So 17, I have these parallel lines. So these are parallel. And I also have, by intersecting lines, my vertical angles are congruent. So I can say for this one that yes, triangle XYW is congruent to triangle ZYV, because there's, and we also have, because of the parallel lines, we have two pairs of alternate interior angles and one pair of vertical angles. So the alternate interior angles are here, and I have my two pairs of them. So here's the other one. And that's why we have three angles that are congruent two pairs of alternate interior and one pair of vertical. All right, and the last one, we can say that because of the parallel lines, we have two pair of corresponding angles. So the corresponding are the ones that are on the same corner. Remember those? All right. So we have two pairs of those. And since we have two angles there, we have also angle S is congruent to angle S. That's your reflexive property. And let me just write it out. If you pulled out the triangles out a little bit, then you have these two angles are congruent. These two angles are congruent. And your S's are congruent. And this is your reflexive property for congruent angles. So we can say that triangles, let's see, this is 18. Triangle SST is similar to triangle SQU. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.